Good morning, friends. Today we'll continue with the reading of Letter to Kidi by Swami Vivekananda. In this part, that is the second half of the essay, Vivekananda discusses on the concept of soul, the soul that is transient, the soul that can't be seen, the soul that can't be touched. Let us see what he writes. The soul has neither sex, caste, or imperfection. We believe that nowhere throughout the Vedas, Darshanas, or Puranas, or Tantras, it is ever said that the soul has any sex, creed, or caste. Therefore, we agree that those who say, what has religion to do with social reforms? But they must also agree with us when we tell them that religion has no business to formulate social laws and insist on the difference between beings, because its aim and end is to obliterate all such fictions and monstrosities. Dear friends, Vivekananda speaks on the highest form of activity done by the religious institutions as well as the religion. That is, it should not interfere into the matters of society. It should in fact try to clear out, try to remove the monstrosities, the evils, the divisions made in the society. Dear friends, let's continue. If it be pleaded that through this difference we could reach the final equality and unity, we answer that the same religion has said over and over again that mud cannot be washed with mud. Vivekananda tells that mud cannot be cleaned with the mud. It needs a crystal clear water to clean it, and that crystal clear water is provided by the religion. The religion tries to clean away the evils in the society. Dear friends, let's discuss some more things. As if a man can be moral by being immoral. Swami Vivekananda talks on the social laws. Social laws were created by economic conditions under the sanction of religion. Religion just gave the permission to the society to frame good laws for the members of the society. But the terrible mistake of religion was to interfere into social matters. But how hypocritically it says and thereby contradicts itself. Social reform is not the business of religion. True, what we want is that religion should not be a social reformer, but we insist at the same time that religion has no right to become a social lawgiver. Hands off. Let's be free from all these things. Keep yourself to your own bounds and everything would come to you right. Swami Vivekananda continues to guide the youth with the message that education is everything. Education is the base for the building of the character. And education is the base for the building of a nation. Let us see what he writes. Education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man. And religion is the manifestation of the divinity already in the man. Swami Vivekananda tells that there is a kind of perfection in every human being. And education is just the manifestation of it. He also continues to tell that every human being is divine and it could be manifested through religion. Therefore, the only duty of the teacher in both the cases is to remove all obstructions from the way. As always, and everything will be right. That is, our duty is to clear the way. The Lord does the rest. Especially, therefore, you must bear in mind that religion has to do only with the soul and has no business to interfere in social matters. You must also bear in mind that this applies completely to the mischief which has already been done. Remember, dear friends, that the religion has become a toy into the hands of some people. They try to pervert it. They try to use it. In fact, they try to misuse it for their own benefit. Let us see what he writes. It is as if a man, after forcibly taking possession of another's property, cries through the nose when that man tries to regain it, and preaches the doctrine of sanctity, of human right. Remember, dear friends, that religion is pure. Religion is perfect. But when it is given into the hands of some people who are selfish, who are motivated to create disturbances in the society, it loses the value. Hence, he calls the youth to follow certain steps followed by the greatest Kshatriyas in the Indian history. Let us see what he writes. You speak of a meat-eating Kshatriya? See, the God does not discriminate between the people who are either vegetarian or non-vegetarian. Let us see what he writes. You speak of the meat-eating Kshatriya, meat or no meat. It is they who are the fathers of all what is noble and beautiful in Hinduism. See, who are they? Who wrote the Upanishads? Who was Rama? Who was Krishna? Who was Buddha? Who were the Tirthankaras of Jainas? Wherever the Kshatriyas have preached religion, they have given it to everybody. And whenever the Brahmins wrote anything, Vivekananda tells that the youth should spread the message of Paramahamsa. Only his, he writes, only his. Do not bring me or any other living persons into that. The main aim should be to give to the world what he taught, and the life as illustrating that I, unworthy though I am, had one commission to bring out the casket of jewels that was placed in my charge and make it over to you. Swami Vivekananda tells that the preachings, the ideas, the thoughts, the blessings of Ramakrishna were the casket of jewels that were given to him from Swami Paramahamsa. Now he passes it to the next generation. He passes it to the youth. And the task of the youth is to spread it throughout India, to spread it throughout the world. The task should not be stopped. Why to you? He asks. Why to you? Why to you, the youth? Because the hypocrites, the jealous, the slavish and the cowardly, those who believe in matter only, can never do anything. Even the Lord with all his power can do nothing on account of jealousy. Think of me as one who has done all his duty and is now dead and gone. Vivekananda tries to tell the youth that he is no more. His presence has vanished, and it is the duty of the youth to spread the message of Paramahamsa. Think that the whole work is upon your shoulders. think that you, young men of a motherland, were destined to do this. Put yourself to the task. Lord bless you. He passes the blessings to the youth. Leave me, throw me quite out of sight. Preach the new ideal. What is the new ideal here? The new doctrine. What is the new doctrine? The new life. The new ideal, the new doctrine, and new life. What is the message that he is trying to tell? Preach against nobody. Preach against nobody. This is the essence of religion that we have studied throughout the history, that religion does not discriminate. Preach against nobody, against no custom. See? Preach neither for nor against any caste or any other social evil. This is where the fundamental element, the prominent value in the religion is to be explained, is to be understood by everyone. The religion has no business with the society. It has its role in the betterment of the soul and not the betterment of the society. If the soul progresses, the society definitely progresses. Preach to let, and everything will come right. Preach the youth to let off its hands on all these social evils, and everything will be all right. The letter ends with his blessings on all. He writes at the end, he tells the youth that, you, my brave, steadfast and loving souls. The youth of the next generation are brave, steadfast. See? They should not waver. They should not differ from the mission of the betterment of the soul, the progress of the soul, which will lead into the progress of the society, which in turn will definitely lead into the progress of the motherland, India. Thank you so much. Vivekananda does not discriminate between the Kshatriyas and the Brahmins, but he tries to tell the difference between the ideas that were propounded, that were followed by both the clans. The people who came out of this Kshatriya clan, they reached the people, they reached the common man to explain the intrinsic value of religion. But the Brahmins tried to control the society through the religion. Let us see what Vivekananda writes. Read the Gita and the Sutras of Vyasa, or get someone to read them to you. In the Gita, the way is laid open to all men and women, to all caste and color. But Vyasa tries to put meanings upon the Vedas, to cheat the poor Shudras. The word cheat should not be taken as directly explained by the dictionaries. Vyasa did not cheat anybody, but in fact, there was a certain element of obscurity which the Brahmins tried to utilize and tried to control the society and tried to dominate the society. See? Is God a nervous fool like you, that the flow of his river of mercy would be dammed up by a piece of meat? Vivekananda tries to tell that. Whether the human beings are vegetarian or non-vegetarian does not make any kind of difference to God, because all the living beings, all the non-living beings are the creation of God. He would shower His blessings on each and everyone equally. His value is not a pie to be shared. In the next paragraph, that's the last paragraph, Vivekananda gives a message to his disciples. He tells them that the youth of the country have a great responsibility to continue the work and spread the message of the great Lord Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He writes, "Hope nothing from me, but I am convinced, as I wrote to you and had spoken to you, that India is to be saved by the Indians themselves. So you, young men of the motherland, can dozens of you become almost fanatics over this new idea?" See, Vivekananda tries to bring the religion and the nationalism together. As we see, the youth are fanatic towards the religion. In the same way, he tries to tell that, he forces the youth to tell that you should become the fanatics of nationalism. Then and then only India will be free. India can be led by the youth who are fanatics for India. Take thought, get materials, write a sketch of life of Ramakrishna, studiously avoiding all the miracles. Ramakrishna was known for miracles. But he tells that miracles are not accepted by empirical society. So he tells that the youth should avoid all the miracles. They should give a plain biography of Ramakrishna. The life should be written as an illustration of the doctrines he preached. Only his "do not bring me or any living persons into that." The main aim should be to give to the whole world what he taught, and the life as illustrating that. I